Latinx Diversity in Sports Media by Danny Thomas. This is for my MC 446 class. The reason I chose this topic was because Latinos and Hispanics are growing in audience, helping the market and the sports media. And I think that we can help reshape the boundaries of sports and just the coverage and everything that we can do to help focus and make sports just a better overall experience for every individual. Then versus now. So a study was done this year, and 18% of Latin ex-Hispanics work in the sports industry. 3% of this 18% are only female. So that kind of goes to show you that the 10-to-1 ratio, 10-to-2 ratio is pretty low for Hispanics in the industry. One of the biggest reasons why this number has grown is because of marketing and PR, public relations, all over the country. For example, new companies are being made because of ESPN trying to start what's called the Browning of America, that is helping Hispanic Latinos with podcasts, TV shows, and on-air talent such as One Nation, or as in Spanish, One Nación, and ESPN Deportes and Fox Deportes are also the first big powerhouse companies that are starting to do this thing and open up doors for the Hispanic and Spanish-speaking community. Race and ethnicity in sports. So in 2019, a study was commissioned by Turnkey. It's a sports business journal. And they found that a lot of the Hispanics that watch shows that happen to be on Telemundo, Fox Deportes, and stuff like this, they say that 54% of the viewers are more likely to watch more TV shows and more sports-related content companies like this because they feature a lot of PR promotions that happen to be in Spanish. So, for example, with the World Cup happening now, it's getting more viewers than anything. But I think the future of these PR stunts and marketing is really going to help, bridge the gap and help us have more on-air talent working in sports. Two examples that I posted here was Noche Latina, which is what we do in the NBA for like King James. And in Spanish, it's called the NBA, which is something that ESPN has trademarked for ESPN Deportes to help, Mexico, to help other countries in South and North America get a better perspective for sports. One interesting fact that I read about was only 1.5% of TV showrunners that run utility or production are Latino. So here, emerging starters. I personally haven't met any Hispanic Latinos that are working in the industry in the university. It's a very scarce new program that we have here at the university. For example, a few of these people that I have posted here are really big in the Hispanic Latino community and also South America. Manu Ginobili, being from Argentina, is probably the best Hispanic two-way player that we have. My favorite guy, ESPN Cutliff, works with ESPN Deportes on Monday, Sunday Night Football, and does the show and sideline reporting for ESPN in both English and Spanish. Tom Flores, and then also one female that I put on here, MJ Acosta Ruiz. She works for NFL Network, and she's the only female Hispanic that's worked for the network, and she's been there for a little over 5 years. So the future of sports media. There is, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there's a 12% decline in just sports media in general, because as more and more companies start to get patents and deals, it's making it harder and smaller, and it's making it harder for these smaller companies to invest and have more and more Hispanics join the community. Because these companies are very new, it's also very scarce for them too. 9%, there also is a 9% decrease in announcers in radio and TV. And that's one of the biggest job opportunities for Hispanics, especially in Spanish, because a lot of the sports that we play that we are very well at, like MLB, in soccer, most of them are commentators and not sideline reporters. And that was a study that was done this year. Some companies are expanding to have their own personal team. I myself know I'm a Raiders fan. I like the Raiders. I don't want to say I'm a fan, but they actually have a team sports reporter, one for each language, English and Spanish, mostly because in California, when they started, a large population of their fans were Hispanic or Latinx descendant. And so they're keeping that trend growing. Ever since 2008, sports media careers have increased and are expected to increase by another 8% in 2026. This here is just my sources from where I got most of my readings from. To finish the project, I also just wanted to talk a little bit about how, for me, I think that it's very important, me just to owe it to my community that I want to do sports, that I want to change the perspective and just help, revolutionize what I do. I feel like, we bring something very important to sports media, not only because we can speak different languages, but because we can help bridge the gap in different sports, whether it be soccer, whether it be football, whether it be hockey, or whether it be basketball. And I think that we can help just the whole NFL, MLB, and NBA just have a better understanding for sports and respect for it, because now Hispanics have this stereotype that they only watch soccer or they only watch a sport where MLB, where a large population of the athletes that are stars, they start and they play in those games. But I think us as a community, me as a student from Hispanic descendant, I owe it to my people to just make it more of a goal and a trend to see something like this be more and more common every day, because sports um, media, sports management, sports marketing is more than $1 billion opportunity that's growing every year inside the United States.